Good morning and happy Saturday, Memorial Weekend. I know Memorial Weekend is not happy, but today is beautiful and I just wanted to show you around the yard. It is the 27th. No real vegetable planting quite yet. No more freezes now. It's in the 50s and it's supposed to be in the 60s in the evening soon. Probably tonight even, if it doesn't rain a lot. We had a great rain last night, but the perennials are up. A friend gave me access to some trailer house windows that were in really good shape. And so instead of having plastic on the windows here on my porch now, it's a frame that's slid in there. It's not built in. So it's temporary, but it's going to help. Keep the rain out, keep the wind out. This bed is starting to go. It's a little bit out of control at the moment, but I got to get some more string to train those up, but it looks nice as far as I'm concerned for now. They're growing. No vegetables quite planted outside yet, except for potatoes and um, got some carrots and beets and things like that here and there. But here's the other side, so I have a little bench in there. I guess I didn't show you that. Jim chilling. See, I got a little window seat. So I can sit there and I can look out into the yard. And that's a hot clematis. She's getting ready to bloom. It's red. Hostas are surviving finally because I got it blocked off from them dang Gidget girls. Not Gidgets. Them red chickens, they're hilarious. Huh, girls? And then the big one there in front, that's Barbie. I'm pretty sure she's 8, if not 9 years old now. All right. I said not everything's planted quite yet. You hear all the nice sounds this morning? This is potatoes over here. There are 5 rows plus the box. Actually, 6 rows because there's one there, that big long pile right there to the left of the rhubarb. That's also potatoes. The first place I planted was I stuck red taters in this box here. And they're up. That was Easter weekend. And then I planted those 2.5 rows. This cigarette is for CS. 1, 2.5 of Yukon Gold. I did that Easter weekend, plus that pile over there. And Yukon Golds are coming up. See, all the way down. So that's pretty awesome. And then just a few minutes ago, when I was out here, I noticed the 4th row. That's I'm pretty darn sure those are blue potatoes. We just planted them 3 weeks ago and they're already coming up. So I have to say that was a success. So far from done, but still got corn and beans and all that. And I have a real crabgrass problem out there, which I'm working on solving. And right now I just decided I'm not Better Homes and Gardens. So it's just going to have to be the way it's going to be. And that's where one thing of tomatoes is going to go. Good secure thing. And since I can't get berries to grow on this little fence thing here, I've got one berry that's in there that could be moved. But I think I should just put this as tomatoes and beans. Honestly, I have so darn many tomatoes now. I had a very good success starting stuff this year. This is a new row of rhubarb that I dug out from this space in between those clay deals. And then I moved the strawberries over in here, and they're getting to going pretty good. And there, you may not see, but there is an asparagus that I'm letting fern out. I'm not harvesting them. I just put them in this year. So I'm just going to let them do their thing. And then I have basil in there as well, and some garlic. Oops, sorry about that. So that's turning out pretty good. And the chickens kept hopping over this fence, so I went up one more layer. I don't care. At least it's all consistently ugly. And the raspberries, I had a temporary trellis around them and to protect them from the chickens. See, these beds I haven't even touched. Just haven't touched. Just waiting to see. You know, sometimes things pop up that I forgot that are there, or a seed dropped in there and started on its own. And so I like to wait just a little while before I kill everything. Plus, I should also have marigolds coming up. And this crazy thing needs to be planted with beans ASAP. All right, raspberries. Focus. Got really nice raspberries here. These are called Killarney. And they've got, even right here, I got one. Oops. This guy here, I stepped on him. But I might be able to save it. They are expanding. And they came out to here now, which I'm happy with. So I'm going to build the trellis. And the trellis will be here. And then I'll wait until next year. And then I will move some of them, because my ultimate goal is, oh, I forgot to take that pipe out. My ultimate goal is to have them continue on and go that direction out towards the front fence and come all the way down here. All right, let's go this way. I'm adding on to the north end of the greenhouse here for an extra wind buffer. Plus, I have so many pots and tubs, and you don't always use them all at the same time, but I'm not going to throw them away unless they're trash and garbage and they need to. So I have to build an outside room. Well, right here, I'm going to, at least right now, the plan is 2 of those white doors, 1, 2, and then turn and put the third door at an angle so I have a nice solid corner. And then I have 2 windows that are each 4 feet long to go there, plus screens. I have the beams, what I need to make a roof now. And I can go this way to show you. I'll come back to this pile in 2 seconds. Try not to trip. Two of those tall, big windows right there, plus there's screens on the other end that you can't see that are out of view. It'll be white door, turn, the pink door with the pink on the inside so my husband doesn't have to look at pink, it'll be white. And then 4-foot window, 4-foot window. I have the screens to go over them to protect the windows, plus I have the, oh, well, if you look in the back of that pickup right there, that's all cedar decking in there. That's the first load. So I have my lumber. And then I have other pieces that are right there on the sawhorse ready to be incorporated. And so that will end up being a room on there. And that'll give a nice buffer. It'll have screens, so it'll have air moving through it. This whole pile is getting combined with grass clippings and with the chicken, and that's going to get filled in, so that compost pile will be getting built. The grapevine. I don't have any extra flowers planted in there yet. I'm hoping to get some of Emma's 4 o'clocks going, but right now, this year, pretties are not edible. I need to grow food. So that's my goal. first and foremost. And if I don't get the pretties in, I'll be happy with the pretties that will come from the color of all the fruit and all when I get to harvest it. And the vegetables. Wood pile for my kitchen stove, and I've got a raspberry. One raspberry survived here, and that's fine. It'll grow. It'll spread. This is the dirty part of the yard right now. I haven't got back here to mow. I'm having to pace myself because my knee is not in good shape. This is garbage. This here, there's screens and frames that will be used for that project to add on to the end of that building over there. Like I said, that's all that lumber. I just had to get it off the ground so that I could help hubby so we can start stacking wood down through the trees here, and that's where I had all my lumber. So this is the back part of the yard. Behind the scenes. Come into my house, can't expect the dishes to be 100% done when you show up, right? A lot of berries coming up. Should have comfort coming up in here, but I'm not seeing them, which is interesting. There's another lollyberry. They're doing so good. And I'm happy to see that cane there is putting off leaves. Still learning how to do these. I'm afraid to cut those other ones off, but I think I'm brave enough to do it this year. All right, and there's some more lollyberries. It's going to be great. I'll be mowing soon. We had a lot of rain last night, so I can't really mow quite yet. I'll take you back here to another round of potatoes. And this time they're not in hay. They're actually in pots. So all these guys, these are all potatoes. And they're putting on flowers, meaning that means they're making potatoes in the pot. See the little buds. This is all potatoes, which is nice finishing on the back side of the greenhouse. That bed has pockets of a whole bunch of garlic that I need to move. This is where a pile was. The chickens got in here yesterday, and I decided, go ahead, get all the ickies out of there. I protected. I got borage and stuff there, so I got them protected, and then I can just replant those. This bed's, it was planted in the fall. I do have parsley and borage. There's lettuces and stuff planted in here, and carrots, and so it looks like they're coming up. Another tub of potatoes. These are blue potatoes. A friend of mine gave me this planter, and just got that planted. And another friend suggested go with Italian theme. So we have bell peppers, basil, oregano, and then for color I have the pretty little petunia. And my friend gave me this out of her garbage. Another person's garbage is another man's treasure. Might as well take you in and show you in here. Recently I moved those flat stones. Hello, Tim. It's going, old man. It's getting so old. I got these stones all put in here, so when this piece just came out of the blue, it just fits so perfect right there. Here's the greenhouse, and I have a whole bunch of babies that I had started in all of these pots. I decided, I was in an experiment putting multiple seeds in one pot, and then when they got big enough to divide them and put them in their own. And I just did this like 3 days ago, and they are just loving it. Got jalapenos, bell peppers, kale, Brussels sprouts, kale, all kinds of tomatoes. I think these are marked. What do I got here? All right, got white Thomasol. White Thomasol. Oh, I've got a list in my pocket. Why don't I just follow the list? Okay, we have 13 San Marzanos, and 7 Romas plus the 2 Romas that are planted under here. They will hang down. Let's see. Then I have Mar Globe. 8 at least of those, because there's another one. This is the Mar Globe pot. Look at that. There's still some popping up, so I might have a late crop. White Thomas Saw. Yeah, the fingers are dirty. I got 29 of them. Forgive me. Wisconsin 55s. Those are over here. Wisconsin 55s. Got 20 of them. And this is Carroll Rich. There's 27 of them. The jalapenos, I've got 20. And bell peppers, 14. And that doesn't count the pots that are over in the corner. Oops, that I got at the greenhouse the other day. This bed is planted with parsnips and lettuces and oregano and parsley. And I will be getting tomatoes into there. That is bok choy. That is, I had to thin out and remove some grates in an area, and so those are waiting to. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to stir fry it. This nice little bed here. That's a cabbage that I saved the core from the grocery store. Just stuck it right in the dirt. Beets, bok choy, cilantro, shallots, and the garlic didn't come up. Don't know why. Lettuces that are bolting, which is fine because it's almost time to plant tomatoes in there. This thing zoomed in again. Sorry about that. And then over here, I've got homesteader peas. They're very, very heavy producing peas, and so my hope and my goal is I get a big crop at least and hold back 25% to replant. And this is lettuces and spinaches and marigolds growing. Don't have any idea what kind of sunflowers these are, but I think they're the icky one. So I was just waiting for it to grow, and it's probably going to get removed and discarded. This is my water collecting things. And so the rain just drops right on in there and it works good. Alright, I gotta shut this door because I want rosemary. And this is my first year for French tarragon. So I think she seems to like it right there. Alright. Shut this door because I could turn my back and in 5 minutes the chickens could be in there and have completely destroyed everything that's in there. One last area. Like I said, it's just spring and things are really starting to show themselves now. I have a new trellis to put up beans, and I'm going to do tomatoes here, and the garlic has to be divided and moved. Look at all that garlic. See all of them in each spot? I'm not worried about the onions. I don't care about the onions, but the garlic, I want them to produce real cloves. So I have to transplant them. So they'll go down in a nice little row underneath the tomatoes. This is a tomato, a makeshift tomato cage. Now that it rained, I can level it down a little bit. I'm going to do melons over here and let them grow out, and then they'll just grow out around the horseradish, and why not? And they'll get shade in the afternoon from the shade of the tomatoes, because those San Marzanos get 6 to, let's see, yep. San Marzanos get 6 to 8 feet. So that should make a really nice shade in the afternoon for over here. These flower beds were destroyed by hail 3 times last year. And so for now, might as well show you while it is pretty. Hostas and ferns, another clematis growing up there, and columbine, comfrey, and that's a choke cherry bush. Another choke cherry getting going here, and so the hostas. down in between the rocks. I put the rocks around to protect the hostas from the chickens digging it up and keep coolness around the outside. I have a few to fill in yet, but that got done. Tulips just got done there, and that's kind of the wild spot. I have heath asters planted here, and yarrow, which will soak up extra moisture from the house. And I got a lily there, a whole tub of sedum ground cover, and then some more periwinkles to get in the ground. But all in all, that is May 27th, kicking off the summer. Little welcome to the garden. Success, success, success with the taters. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the kids to come over and see that what they helped plant is growing. Enjoy. Don't forget what this weekend is about. I miss my son, Specialist Dennis Gregory Jensen. Blessings, everyone.